Hello up there, hello lovely people of Oshun, hello the whole of southwest Nigeria, hello Nigeria. Second day of the month of July 2022. A lovely time here at Iliawe, live on Breakfast Tray Show, OSBC Radio 104.5 FM today. As everyone up and down, tidying up with house chores, yes, trying to get better for the new week, and those who have one or two ceremonies, yeah, everyone busy. It's a Saturday morning. We are here to do our own bit just to compliment and make sure that your weekend is a fulfilling one. Our three cardinal responsibilities: to entertain, inform, and educate, informs what we do on Breakfast Tray. The table is set, the plates are full. Today, among other interesting packages we have for you, we'll be featuring a very important person, a guest, talking about the electoral process, which is the most important atmosphere in Oshun. All attention across the country on Oshun this period. All eyes on Oshun, even globally, this period. If anything has not been right with our electoral process, there are hopes. Hopes are high. Everyone is reacting. Everyone is passing comments. But okay, we are yet to get it right in this way, talking about the duration of collating results and disseminating, of course, disseminating information about the election. There are observations, but somehow it seems we are recording progress. How true is this? When talking about other attending challenges we've been noticing, there are reactions that we are not getting it right yet. Where are the instances of progress, and where are the instances of just the fact that we are not progressing? These and many more will be x-raying when we host the resident electoral commissioner for INEC this morning on Breakfast Tray. It's going to be an awesome time, an opportunity for us to learn a lot more, and we hope and do believe time will permit us to create for people to call in and contribute. So you're out there, your radio is on, perhaps on your mobile device, or you are in transit and you're listening in the car, or your home theater at home, or your transistor radio, whatever means, as long as you're tuned into 104.5 FM. Breakfast Tray is a show. Your time, it's an opportunity for you to contribute. Just stay tuned. Let's do this together. Like I said, the table is set, the plates are full. Right now, we go to take care of the body. It's very, very important. We can only be fine when the stomach is fine. Yes, we want to have a lovely catch with a delicacy. Welcome to our first segment on Breakfast Tray, Kitchen Corner with Dolapo.
Good morning and welcome to another exciting episode of Kitchen Corner. You are listening to OSBC Radio 104.5 FM, Okibale, Oshogbo. I am Dolapo George. Kitchen Corner is a segment on Breakfast Tray where we bring to you different delicacies and tell you how to prepare them as well as their health benefits. Today we'll be preparing something different and special, and that is pancake and its fillings with orange juice. Firstly, let us make our orange juice. Orange is a popular fruit and we can get it any market nearest to us. Orange juice can be homemade, and this is healthier and more nutritious to our body rather than getting an orange juice in a store that contains chemicals and other nasty substances. Ingredients we'll be needing for the orange juice includes oranges, honey, and some water. Orange juice is made by squeezing oranges to extract the juice, either by hand or using commercial method. But today I'll be telling you how to use your blender to extract juice from your oranges. The first thing we need to do is to wash and peel the orange. You rinse your orange under running water. You wash well because of harmful germs on it. Then you peel your oranges. You slice the orange into 4 parts and do that to other oranges. You can remove seed if you want, but it is optional. Some leave the seed like that while some remove it. After you remove the seed or you leave it there, then you place your oranges in your blender. You drizzle some honey and add little water to make it blend. You blend until they become juicy. After blending, you can leave it pulpy or you sieve it to extract the smooth juice. Some like their orange juice being pulpy, while some like it more smooth. So it is your choice the way you want it. After that, you pour in a jug or tall glasses and put in a fridge for it to refrigerate or to chill for some times. Now let's make a pancake. For our pancake, we'll be needing 2 cups of multi-purpose flour, milk, either dry or the liquid milk. You'll be needing your egg, just 1 egg is enough, baking powder, the butter, vanilla extract, salt, sugar, and vegetable oil. Then you need little water, just little warm water. Pancake is a very quick and easy snacks to make, and the ingredients we'll be needing for pancake is very easy for us to get. Pancake can serve as breakfast, it can also serve as lunch and also light dinner. I've told you the ingredients we'll be needing: the 2 cups of multi-purpose flour, milk, egg, baking powder, melted butter, vanilla extract, salt, sugar, vegetable oil, warm water. The first thing is you have to sieve your multi-purpose flour to make sure there are not any lumps inside it. So after mixing it, then you have to mix your dry ingredients and wet ingredients separately to get a fluffy pancake. You mix the dry ingredients separately in a bowl and you also mix the wet ingredients separately in a bowl. After that, you combine the ingredients together. Then firstly, let's combine our dry ingredients together. You get a big bowl, a large bowl. You pour your flour, baking powder, salt. If you are using your dry milk, you can pour it there. But if you are using the liquid milk, you don't need to do that. But if you are using the dry milk, you add it with the dry ingredients. Then you mix well. After that, then you mix your wet ingredients with like the egg, melted butter. You have to melt your butter either using the frying pan or your microwave. You melt the butter, you add your vanilla extracts, and if you are using the liquid milk, you also pour it. Then you mix that also separately. Then make sure if you're adding your sugar is granulated sugar. Yes, the grounded one. So, and make sure your sugar is little. Do not add too much sugar in your pancake. Then you combine the 2 ingredients together, both the dry and the wet ingredients together, and mix well. But let me tell you, do not over mix. When you over mix, you stress the batter. But when you mix well and just a little mixing, but make sure you mix it well, then you put it down. Then you have to leave the batter to rest for about 3 to 5 minutes. Then if your butter is too thick, if you notice your butter is too thick, just add a little milk. Just add little milk and make sure if you are using the liquid milk, just add it. But you are using just get a warm water and add to it and make sure you get your fluffy batter. Then the next one, after your batter has rested for 3 to 5 minutes, you heat a frying pan over medium heat. Add little oil, vegetable oil, or little butter, just little. Then use 1/4 cup to pour the batter in the pan so as to get the same measurement for your pancake. Then to know that your pancake is ready to turn, when edges look dry and bubbles start to appear and pop on the top surface of the pancake, then you turn over or you flip to the other side, and this takes about 2 minutes. Once flip, then you allow the other side to also cook for about 1 to 2 minutes until it is lightly brown or cooked in the middle. Then we set aside. Now for the fillings, what we'll be needing for our fillings is 1, your beef, either beef, goat meat, chicken or turkey, any one of your choice, onions, cabbage, carrot, ginger and garlic, salt to taste, and seasoning. For your beef, you just need little pot, you put it on fire, add little vegetable oil, just little. Add your onions, add your beef or your goat meat or your chicken, anyone. But let me remind you, before you add your beef, make sure you've already cooked your beef before adding it. You will have cooked it before till it's tender. Then you have to add your cooked beef. Then you add the cabbage, the carrots, ginger or garlic, salt to taste, and seasoning. Stir together and allow to cook for 5 minutes. Stir well and put down. Then you have to put the filling inside your pancake, then wrap up. So after that, then your pancake with its filling is ready to eat. Then you have to bring out your orange juice that you've put inside the fridge so you can eat both together, your pancake and your orange juice. The health benefits of pancake is a great source of energy, is a source of iron, it also gives calcium for strong bones, and also gives us protein. Let me tell you the health benefits of the orange juice. Some amazing benefits of orange juice include it fortifies our immune system, it improves digestive health, lowers the risk of cancer. Orange juice also prevents kidney diseases, it improves eyesight, it assists in weight loss if you want to lose weight, it also cleans the skin, it reduces wrinkles, prevents hair loss, and it provides nutrients during pregnancy for a pregnant woman. And this we come to the end of today's episode of Kitchen Corner. Till next week that I'll be bringing you another wonderful episode. Stay safe and stay healthy. Have a wonderful day ahead. Bye.
So much learned on breakfast tray this morning. Kitchen Corner, talking about extracting juice from oranges and much more. Thank you, Dolapo, for the lovely production. Kitchen Corner. Still on breakfast tray, talking about how to do things when you use the word etiquette, mannerism, the right way of doing things, if I may put it that way. Welcome to our next segment, Etiquette.
Hello, listener. You are welcome to today's episode of Etiquette on Breakfast Tray. I'm your host, Olayinde Priscilla, and today we'll be discussing hospital etiquette. The first thing to do when you go to a hospital is knowing the hospital rules. Most hospitals have their visitation rules posted in or near the main lobby. Before you visit your friend or family member, read them. Don't go if you are sick. Stay home if you have a fever, cough, or any other sign of sickness. You don't need to spread germs in a hospital where people's immune systems are weak. Be clean. Wash your hands before and after you visit your friend or family member. You don't want to take germs into or out of the hospital. Set a time limit. You don't need to stay for hours and hours unless you are the spouse, parent, or child of the patient. Most of the time, 15 to 20 minutes are 15 to 20 minutes is an adequate amount of time to allow. Don't stay too long or you may interfere with the person's need for rest. Observe privacy. The patient has to give up privacy to the medical staff, but that does not extend to others. Before entering the room, knock and enter after you are invited. Observe personal space rules while you are in the room. Don't touch the equipment. Keep your hands off all medical equipment. This includes tubes, monitors, and the actual machine. It is never okay to reset anything. Keep the noise down. The hospital is not a good place for loud voices, booming laughter, or ringing cell phones. Put your cell phone on silent or vibrate and plan to visit in a quiet tone. Let the family go first. If the hospital policy states that only so many people are allowed in the room at one time, family members should go first. After all, this isn't a party. Don't wear perfume or heavily scented toiletries to the hospital. Some of the patients may have allergies or worse, be on ventilators. Remain positive. When you arrive at the hospital, be as positive as you can and smile if it is appropriate. Don't share negative past experiences in the hospital or you may frighten your friend or family member who is in the hospital. Don't go empty-handed. Bring the patient a card, gift, or a bouquet of flowers to help cheer up the patient. Leave something for the person to enjoy later. This may help keep our spirits up after the visitors have left. Keep your opinions to yourself. Avoid the urge to diagnose the patient unless you are a doctor. Somebody else might have similar symptoms, but this is not the time to share them with the person in the hospital bed. Never tell the person how bad he or she looks, and if you are shocked by tubes and BP machines, don't show it. Keep the conversation light. Before you visit the patient, think about a few conversation starters to help prevent letting the conversation get too intense. Avoid discussing business, politics, or anything that may hinder the patient's recovery. Things you can talk about to brighten the patient, they include the weather, anecdotes about work that aren't stressful, and something embarrassing that is funny. Be considerate of a roommate. If your friend or family member is in a semi-private room, take the other person's privacy into consideration and his need for rest. Keep your voice down and don't turn on the TV without asking if it will bother him or her. Remember that people can still hear when their eyes are closed. Whether the person is in a coma or simply resting, don't say anything that you wouldn't say if she were looking at you. He or she might be able to hear you. Don't sit on the bed. Unless the patient asks you to sit on the bed, don't sit on the bed. Most hospital rooms have at least one chair, so if you need to sit on the chair. If not, you may ask for a chair or you can remain standing. Honor the medical professionals. The patient is in the hospital for medical care, so honor them when they need to receive treatment. When the doctor or nurse comes in, offer to leave, then step out of the room with a positive attitude and either wait by the door or in the waiting room. Before you leave the patient's unit, it is always a good idea to thank the people at the nursing station. These are the etiquette rules I have for you today. Till I come your way next time, my name remains Priscilla Olarinde. Bye for now.
Yes, etiquette. It's quite interesting that sometimes we may not know that there are certain ways we could do things wrongly without knowing. It's interesting listening to the do's and don'ts of visiting a patient in the hospital. Can you imagine? Many people, of course, perhaps will be hearing for the first time that while going to visit a patient in the hospital, be mindful of what you put on, including perfumes, because some certain patients might be seriously sensitive to such. And be mindful of comments you pass. Don't share information that could that can trigger negative reactions in the patients and a number of other things. Yes, etiquettes on breakfast tray. That was a lovely one. Coming up next is how we all are expected to look better and better, physical appearance wise. Welcome to our next segment, Beauty Tips.
Hello everyone, this is Beauty Tip segment on Breakfast Tree on OSBC 104.5 FM Iliawi, Okebale Oshobo. I am Damilola Otolori. Today we'll be looking at facial treatment and their benefits. We all dream of a soft, smooth and spotless skin. However, due to a variety of factors like sun damage, aging and lifestyle changes among others, our skin encounters dullness and pigmentation. One of the best ways to take care of your skin is through professional facial treatment. With a professional facial treatment, you can tighten saggy skin, soften skin texture, improve skin elasticity, fight hyperpigmentation, and reduce wrinkles and fine lines on your face. Getting a facial treatment is a great way to improve your look without resorting to plastic surgery. Below are the types of facial you can get to rejuvenate your skin and fade blemishes. Brightening facial. A brightening facial specifically targets area of hyperpigmentation on our skin. It also helps to even out our skin tone. A brightening facial uses powerful ingredients like vitamin C, which improves skin texture while boosting radiance. It is definitely one of the most checked out facials if you suffer from hyperpigmentation or dull skin. Microdermabrasion. This facial is ideal for anyone looking to remove age spots and acne scarring. A microdermabrasion facial pulls away the top layers of your skin. It brushes off the dead skin cells and as a result improves cell turnover and promotes elastin growth and collagen production. A microdermabrasion facial reduces the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, blemishes, age spots, blackheads, and enlarged pores. Just to name a few, it is important to avoid direct sunlight exposure for a few hours after getting this facial treatment. Laser skin resurfacing. A laser skin resurfacing facial tightens the skin using infrared light. This procedure removes the outer layers of the skin and stimulates the production of collagen and nail cells. It is also used to reduce the appearance of wrinkles and lines on the face and neck. Visopil glycolic facial has been praised for improving skin appearance. Visopil glycolic facial combines alpha-hydroxy acids, fresher looking skin by removing dead skin cells through exfoliation. The ingredient penetrates and delivers antioxidants and vitamins into the skin, promoting nail cells to grow stronger and healthier. This treatment combats acne and oily skin. If you want a youthful and radiant skin, you will love this facial treatment. Fruit facial treatment. A fruit facial is one of the best types of facial for your skin, which are derived from fruits, can help in gently removing dead cells and giving radiant skin. For example, lemon brightens, while malic acid in apples is a great exfoliator. A fruit facial is rich in vitamins and antioxidants. It is a perfect option to deeply cleanse and improve tone and texture. It is also great at minimizing the appearance of dark spots and wrinkles. It is recommended for all skin types and it has little or no side effects. Chemical peels. This type of facials is typically used as an anti-aging treatment. A chemical peel is a technique used to improve the appearance of the skin on the face, neck, or hands. A chemical solution is applied to the skin that causes it to exfoliate and eventually peel off. The new skin is usually smoother and less wrinkled than the old skin. The new skin is also temporarily more sensitive to the sun. A chemical peel can also be used to improve the appearance of male scars, treat certain types of acne, reduce age spots, freckles, and melasma. After getting a chemical peel, your skin is more sensitive to the sun. It is important to avoid the sun for at least a week and use sunscreen too. Dermaplaning. Dermaplaning or microplaning is a skin treatment that involves using an exfoliating blade to slough off dead skin and hairs from your face. Dermaplaning helps to deal with acne scars, sun-damaged skin, dull skin, fine lines, and wrinkles. Aromatherapy facial. Aromatherapy facial is a type of facial that is prepared with essential oils which deeply nourish the skin. This type of facial helps with the stress relief because the essential oils have stress relieving properties. It also detoxes your skin, relieves skin dryness, improves blood circulation in the body, treats poor skin conditions, and improves skin texture as the oil contains anti-inflammatory properties. That will be all on Beauty Tips segment. See you next week. I remain Damilola Otolori. Breakfast Tree continues.
All the party way then they do for Lagos City. Now there where you go find the money receipt. She know they carry last yo, she know they greedy. Yeah, 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 kill on wakiri. Mommy yes and they want to lay out. On fair agili, lost CBAO. Daddy Sully, on fellow shy. What did they feel like? We call a giant. What time while I was a lot shy. Wọ́n pe Sànní Adé, wọ́n pe Bàdó. Èyí tún lè gan o, wọ́n ní ijó tí mo jó lánàá. Ó máa ń tó mi rárá o. Ayé tí mo jẹ lọ́jọ́ yẹn o. Ó máa ń tó mi rárá o. Onílù ṣá máa rọra o. Ó máa ń tó mi rárá o. Ijó tí fẹ́ máa wọra o. Ó máa ń tó mi rárá o. Na so you dance and forget yourself. Take your love, block my city's best. Uncle G, they see us. You probably Auntie Susan. Susie, she dance the fire. You say you don't believe her. On fait le dao. On voit chouette, l'on s'y biao. Daddy Sulia, on fait le chalet. On s'y défile là, on call le jaye. On jamala, on mou champagne. On peut chiffre commanda, on appelle. Et it's all legal. On dit, it's just mojola.
Second day of the month of July 2022. We congratulate everyone celebrating one thing or the other. As long as you have the breath of life in you, you're celebrating something. Yeah, well, not every weekend is party for everybody. But for those who may not have a wedding ceremony, birthday, housewarming, or whatever, we all have something we're celebrating. But right now, we want to congratulate everyone having a special occasion. We pray that this will not be the end of beautiful things happening to us. And it is our prayer that more beautiful things will happen very going forward for every one of us. To the youngest couples in town, as you walk down the aisle, as you exchange your rings as an expression of love, it is our hope, desire, and prayer that the love you confess to one another today will be genuine love going forward. The ceremony is one thing. The ceremony, for those who may see it so, the ceremony is not compulsory, so to say. The wedding ceremony is not a do or die thing. It doesn't matter the way it's done, whether it's in the sitting room, in the living room, or whatever. What matters is what takes place between the two. So, if today is not your own day, as you're getting yourself prepared for your own wedding ceremony experience, be mindful of the truth that what matters is the institution, what matters is the home, not the ceremony. The ceremony is not a do or die affair. The ceremony is not compulsory. You don't even as long as you have like one or two witnesses, it's and you have parental blessings. And when we say parental blessings, what happens to people who don't have parents anymore? Oh yes, somebody will say somehow they will still have family members. What matters is receiving blessings on that very day, spiritual support for you on the journey. But the most important thing on that very day are the two coming together. It's a union of not the skin, but it is the union of two minds ready to go on the challenges of life together. For better, for worse is what we promise one another, not for good not for worse, for disappear, but for better, for worse. That is what we promise one another. So it is the union of two minds that really matters. So if today is your wedding ceremony, congratulations. But why are we congratulating you for the ceremony when you have not started the real job? It is our hope, aspiration, and desire that as you embark on the real journey, the rejoicing of today, we pray that the real journey will not mar the rejoicing of today. For the birthday celebrants, congratulations. We pray that the new year's coming ahead will make you wiser, will make you better in every way. For everyone dedicating a house, one thing or the other, it is our prayer that these are provisions you will use to the glorification of God and the betterment of lives around you. Breakfast Tray on OSBC Radio 104.5 FM. This is where we are. And while we announced that we were expecting the arrival of the resident electoral commissioner for Osun, against the background of the hope that it was to join us any moment from now, we wish to use this opportunity to remind everyone out there that the same man is the architect of his destiny. This is the season we prove once again that our future lies in our hands. The future of Osun is not in the hands of a Mr. Governor. A Mr. Governor is just an individual who is a product of all kinds of maneuvering and politicking, starting from the primary level here in Osun, from the journey that began perhaps on 16 February this year at the conduct of party primaries across board, and culminating in yes, nomination of candidates at the level of the individual parties, the journey is taking us closer to the 16th of July this year. 16th of July, while campaigns are expected to end on the 14th of July. Campaigns are everywhere right now because this is the time. This is their time. That's their own job for now. Politicians, this is their time. Politicians see things oftentimes not the same way electorates see things. For electorates, an election, maybe it will not be wrong to say, for an average electorate, an election is a matter of life, is a matter of survival. For an average electorate, an election is a matter of survival. An election is how to make sure that my future is secured and granted. For a politician, an election is not really a function of survival. It's not. Someone may wonder, okay, what does it mean? What does this mean? For a politician, an election is a game. For an average politician, that's why some people say there is a difference between a politician and an elder statesman. There is a difference between a politician and a leader. So to say, an elder statesman, let's put it that way, that an average politician sees election as a game, not a function of, okay, if I lose it, I will kill myself. If I lose it, I won't be able to eat again. For an electorate, an election is a function of whether he will be able to get a job after graduation in school. An election is a function of whether he will be able to sleep with his two eyes closed, seeing that security of lives and property are secured. For an electorate, an election is a function of whether he or she will be able to put food on his or her table. Of course, if there is no means of income, how do you put food on your table? If the economy is so bad that the purchasing power of the currency has been so weakened, and an election is a function of life, being alive. But for a politician, it's not so. For a politician, an election is better described as just a competition, as just a game. For instance, the game of soccer. Players don't kill one another when they lose, except for extreme cases. And we hardly hear of situations, we hardly hear of stories where we say a footballer, after the loss of a game, went to commit suicide. We don't hear stories like that. Fans are the ones that get very abnormal. Fans are the ones that on occasions can behave so wildly. But for the players, we don't always hear that. When a footballer loses a game, he knows he still has many games ahead, so he starts preparing for the next one. So politicians are like this. For an average politician, it's about competition. It's just a game, and that's why after insulting one another, after abusing one another, after attacking one another, we still see them. They take pictures together. We still see them. They smile together. They dine and wine together. They exchanged their sons and daughters in wedlock. How many times do we see politicians exchanging their sons and daughters in wedlock with electorates? They exchange their sons and daughters in weddings among themselves. So an election is largely a game for a politician, unlike electorates. So this could be kind of a divided interest. In a season like this, the message and the lesson from this is that electorates should be wiser during an average election. Do not allow any politician to use you. If you are destroying your relationships with friends, family members in the name of an election, you're getting so worked up, you're getting so emotional, and you're busy abusing everybody left, right, and center because there is a particular candidate you love, and you feel that people who do not accept that candidate, they are unreasonable, they are bad people, and you are messing up your chances by ruining your relationships in the name of an election. Perhaps it will help you if you remember this conversation this morning, that there are three major stakeholders in an average election. We have the politicians who are looking for offices. We have the electorates who have the power to determine whether the politician will get to the office or not. And we have the umpire, the unbiased umpire. In the case of Nigeria, we're talking about the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. Yes, this, one way or the other, are the people we can say form the three major stakeholders in an average election. And each stakeholder has a goal, has independent objectives, separate objectives. So, for an election, one may ask, who is the most important? Maybe because I'm an electorate, I would say an electorate is the most important in an average election. This is a time all of us should be wiser as electorates. This is once in 4 years we wield our influence, we have the power to determine our future. Okay, if I decide to go ahead to exchange that power in for how much, whatever amount of money, we all know in Nigerian market today, if you are gifted with 10,000 naira, you all know that at best maybe 10,000 naira will fill your pot for 2 days. But for a family man, I doubt it if 10,000 naira can sufficiently feed a family for 1 week. Maybe it may happen for 1 week, but beyond 1 week, I'm not so sure 10,000 naira can feed any family. So if you feel you want to sell your vote, why don't you calculate? If you think you will need 10,000 naira to feed you for 2 days, maybe to feed you for 2 days, why don't you calculate how many 2 days, if you take 2 days count in 4 years and you need 10,000 naira for 2 days, why don't you multiply 10,000 naira with the number of 2 day counts? Maybe at the end of the day, your 2 day counts will amount to 2 years out of 4 years. So how many days do we have in 2 years? That's the question. If you go by 365 days, why don't you multiply 365 days by 2? 365 days multiplied by 2 will give you something in the neighborhood of 800. Yes, 800. So multiply your 800 by 10. If you multiply 800 by 10, you know how much we are talking about. You know how much it's going to give you. That's more or less, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 8 million naira or something like that. So maybe if we can look at it that way, that an average electorate can just tell the politician that you want to buy my vote? Are you sure you want to buy my vote? Are you very, very sure? Okay, this is the value of my vote. If you give me 10,000 naira, 10,000 naira can only feed my family for 2 days. So after feeding my family for 2 days, what do you want me to do to survive for the rest of the days in 4 years? What do you want me? So if you truly want to buy my vote, this is the value of my vote for 4 years. Maybe if we can look at it that way, maybe that will force politicians to reset. Oh, I don't think there's any politician in Nigeria today that can afford to pay every electorate 8 million naira. I don't think so. Maybe that will force politicians to rethink that, okay, enough of this bad development. So whether it is dollarization or poundration or euroration or whatever you call it of the electoral process, the introduction of money is not good for us in this country. So the admonition this morning goes directly to every electorate. If we are blaming politicians, this is another time for all of us to remember that no, that it would be hypocritical of us to start blaming politicians after election when we are the ones that actually gave them the license to rule over us. If you say you don't like a politician, why do you want to sell your vote to make the person gain the office? So, and some people have said, why are we saying that votes don't count in Nigeria? If votes don't count in Nigeria, why are the politicians desperate to exchange money for your vote? They are desperate to do that. You don't bring out your money to purchase something that is meaningless to you. They do that because the vote matters to them. They do that because votes truly count. So if all of us are beginning to understand now that votes truly count, then we should know that whatever happens in 4 years is in the hands of every one of us. It's in my hand. It's in the hands of Benga Famino as an electorate. It is in your hand, Femi, as an electorate. It is in your hand, Dele, as an electorate. It is in your hand, Shola, as an electorate. It is in your hand, Chukwemeka, as an electorate. It is in your hand, Sulaiman, as an electorate. It is in the hands of every one of us, not necessarily in the hands of the politicians. No, no. The weapon they have against us is the weapon of manipulation. They manipulate us to do everything they want us to do. You see, this is a season they are very nice. This is a season they remind us of their family background. They visit all of us. They prostrate to us. They make us feel good. You know how nice it would be when a senatorial candidate, a governorship candidate opens the door of his house. You are able to enter his house and he says, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. Make yourself comfortable. No, please, this is your house. You know what? How nice that sounds when a when a presidential candidate treats you like that. You know how pleasant it is. Oh, sit down. It's your house. No. Feel at home. Feel at home. I'm yours. I'm here for you all. You know how lovely it sounds when you have that kind of an access to a politician. But oh yes, after the election period, you know what happens? They disappear. You don't have that opportunity again until another 4 years' time. You don't have the opportunity when it's time for your child to gain admission. Then you knock at their door. The same person that was saying, sit down, feel at home. It's your house. You keep calling him. He doesn't pick your call. You keep sending messages upon messages, no response. Oh yes. Why do you expect him to respond? He spent a lot of money for the election, and it was sponsored by some people. He needs to refund their money. He needs to roll up and down to survive himself too. Okay, that's exactly the reality. That's exactly the reality. The journey that began on 16th February this year, so to say, with the different individuals expressing their interest in running in the gubernatorial race in Osun. We are just a few days to July 16th when we'll be having the election. This morning we wanted to hear from the horse's mouth. We wanted the resident electoral commissioner himself to say a lot more than these things to us, to tell us, to give us assurances what the institution is doing to protect votes, to protect electorates. Yes, when you say protect votes, yes, we are summarily protecting the electorate. It seems we are in a season in Nigeria now when electorates are becoming more enlightened. Electorates are beginning to realize how powerful they can. And the institution that is meant to protect the process, the electoral process, and the electorate is INEC. So we are talking about so many things. The resident electoral commissioner could have been able to tell us, and all of us to having the opportunity, a few people calling in to ask more questions, but we are also using the opportunity to appeal to everyone, the electorates. Okay, we'll have another opportunity with the umpire, and definitely we've been hosting at one time or the other. You must have been watching different programs courtesy Osun State Broadcasting Corporation. Recently, a peace summit for all the governorship candidates, courtesy Osun State Broadcasting Corporation and her partners. And another one again recently, a debate for the candidates, Corsair State Broadcasting Corporation and the BBC and the partners, and you've been seeing all these programs. We are not resting on our hours. We keep doing it. We keep doing it. We keep doing it because we are here for you. We keep bringing them. We keep giving you opportunities to hear them, opportunities for you to understand them the more. We keep doing it. But somewhere along the line, we have responsibilities towards electorates too. That in this season, the most important, perhaps the most important stakeholder in this season are the electorates. So as an electorate, maybe you've been telling yourself that, at so state during the last election, electorate collected so amounts of money. Osun election will soon be here. I am going to collect my money too. Remember, we are very good at complaining in Nigeria. Remember, when those politicians win again, they are not going to listen to you. Don't blame them. We are very good at complaining, but politicians hardly listen. They hardly listen because they know that that 4 years time, nothing will happen, nothing will shell. That's why they don't listen, because they know that as an electorate, you have power over them, you have control over them. But you are so ignorant of what you hold. They are doing that because they know you are so ignorant of what you hold, the authority you wield. They know you don't know. That's why no matter how much we complain, they don't listen. They know 4 years' time they are coming back and they are going to repeat the same process and it's still going to work for them. They don't listen. So if you are one electorate and you are busy planning, you are excited that, when was the last time I saw so amount of money? Somebody's going to give me 5,000 naira. Somebody's going to give me 10,000 naira. I would say congratulations to you, because you're going to cry for the next 4 years. It's not a curse. It's just the reality. You're going to cry for another 4 years because that politician is not going to listen to you. It's not his fault. It is your choice. You made that choice. So we hope that maybe if every one of us can have a rethink, and if you are enlightened, you are listening to this broadcast and you believe so much in everything you're hearing this morning, and you are busy telling yourself, thank you for saying this, family. Thank you, Binga, for everything you're saying. We hope they are listening. Please don't say that. You are enlightened. You believe in what you are hearing. The question, sir, for you is that the electorates in your neighborhood, the electorates in your family, starting with your immediate family, you have grown-up children who are also going to vote. Sir, what are you doing? So you are expecting that it's the same radio that will talk to your children. No. Why are you the head of the family? Why are you a father? If you are also waiting for Mr. Radio to tell your children what to do, you don't need radio to tell your family what to do. Let them understand. Join this advocacy. Join this gospel truth. That's the way you do it, sir. Not by saying, thank you, we hope they are listening. No, there's nothing like that. You have grown-up children. Start from your home. And with this, we hope and do believe that one day very soon we'll get it right in Nigeria. Yes, and any moment from now, we'll be wrapping it up on this show, but not without saying thank you to everyone who has made Breakfast Tray broadcast a reality again this morning. We have to go to pave way for an essential broadcast scheduled for 10 o'clock. Special thanks to all contributors. Special thanks to Olufumi Ajodo, Sisi Nas, Mama Ajodo. Thank you for being there. That's the Magic Fingers by the console, making it happen. Thank you so much. Titi Lokwe Ajiboye, Media Diva. Thank you for being on board this morning. We appreciate, the executive producer, Dupe Akinyemi. We appreciate everyone for making Breakfast Tray broadcast possible this morning. Not forgetting to appreciate myself too. Yes, my name is Benga Faminu. Saying till we come your way same time next week, Saturday, the usual day for Breakfast Tray at 9 a.m. till we come your way again. Wishing you a blessed week. Goodbye and God bless.
Breakfast Tray.